If you're looking to build strength in your glutes and legs while keeping your scoliosis in mind, you're watching the right video. Welcome back to TSC Connect. I'm Physio Andrea, a Schroth-certified physiotherapist and founder of the ScoliClinic in Vancouver, Canada. Today's workout is designed specifically for people with scoliosis or anyone with a spinal condition who wants a safe, mindful approach to lower body strength training. We'll be using dumbbells to add resistance and focus on building glute and leg strength to support your spine, your posture, and your overall movement. As always, I'll guide you through each exercise step by step with scoliosis-friendly tips to ensure you're working safely and effectively. And remember, listen to your body, modify as you need, and take breaks. If you like our content, please join our membership to be a TSC Connect cheerleader, where you will get exclusive monthly videos made by me just for our members. Thanks for watching. See you soon. So make sure to grab your dumbbells, your mat, and some water, and let's get started on strengthening those glutes and legs. Let's start our glute workout with reverse lunges. You can hold to one weight in each hand. I'm holding 5 pounds in each hand, but if you want a challenge, feel free to increase the weights. Start with at the front of your mat with a little bit of weight, space behind you. When you step back, lower down straight towards the ground for a reverse lunge, and then push up to standing without swinging the weights. And then we're switching sides back and forth for 30 seconds. Stay really nice and tall, shoulders back and down, lengthen through your spine. Ready, set, go. We're moving into side lunges this time. Bring both weights up towards your chest, and you can actually place them against each other for some stability and towards your chest. So give yourself a bit of space on either side. We're stepping into a side lunge. From here, what's really important is that you hinge at your hips. You can tilt forward with your body, but what you want to make sure, do not do this. Do not hold the weight and curl your whole body forward, because you can see the alignment of my back. So I'm really thinking about sticking my bum out, staying nice and lengthened through my spine. From here, push back to bring your feet together, and then you're stepping to the other side to do a side lunge. We're alternating sides for 30 seconds. Stay really strong. You can actually put your elbows out to the side, because that helps to keep your shoulders in a good position. Okay, ready, set, go. Okay, we're doing goblet squats. So you can place one of your weights down in front of you and hold one. You might want a heavier one for this one, but essentially you hold the weight with the palms of your hands cupping the top of the weight, and you can hold it close to your chest. Find a wide stance position with your feet at about 45 degrees. We're lowering down into a deep squat. So as deep as you can go without collapsing your whole body. So for some people, that also depends on how flexible your hips are. That might only be to here, but if you're able to go lower while still keeping your heels on the ground, go as low as you can to really get those deep fibers of your glutes. Doing this for 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. Okay, next we're doing side lunges, but we're making it a little bit more challenging by adding an overhead press and a single leg stance. So hold the weight in the same side hand as the leg that is doing the lunging, okay? Take a big step into a lunge, and this hand is held at your shoulder. So lunge to the side, press through this leg, and you're gonna push your arm up towards the ceiling and try and balance on one leg at the same time as you can, if you can. If you need to put your big toe down on the ground for balance, totally fine. But if this is too easy, definitely aim for a single leg stance. From here, lower back down into a side lunge, push, and try and find that single leg balance. Doing this side for 30 seconds, and then we're switching sides for another 30. Ready, get set, go. Switch sides, give yourself a lot of room. Start with the weight at your shoulder, lunge to the side, push, find that single leg balance if you can. Do this for 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. Okay, pick up your other weight. We're moving into deadlifts. So start with your feet hip width apart. Place the weights in front of you at your thighs. Think about if there was a straight line drawn from the weight down to the floor, we're going to follow that straight line all the way down. So we don't want the weight to be swinging back and forth. To do the movement, send your hips really far back. Think about opening your sit bones wide, lots of weight in your heels, and lower down as far as you can. You can bend your knees a little bit, but you definitely want to keep them more straight so that you can work on your glutes. We're going up and down for 30 seconds, really making sure to push through your heels as you stand up. Stay really tall through your trunk. Ready, set, go. The next one's a bit of a tricky one. Start in a split stance, okay? Most of the weight on your front foot. We're actually doing a combination movement of a row with the weights and also a hip extension. So, lean forward, but keep your trunk nice and straight, and see if you can actually get to the point where you're balancing on your front foot and your back toe is just touching. You're doing the movement at the same time. Row with your elbows and squeeze your bum to lift your leg and then lower back down, okay? So your front leg is actually working quite hard because it has to do a lot of work to balance you and stabilize you. So I already feel it through my glute. So we're doing this for 30 seconds and then we're gonna switch sides, okay? Try and keep as much balance as you can. And the other important thing to remember is when you do your hip extension, it's not a kick with an arch. You're keeping as much space as you can through your back, and it's just a squeeze of your glute to lift your leg. Okay, it's a small movement, so really focus on technique rather than height. Okay, 30 seconds on this side, then switch to the other side for 30. Ready, set, go. sides, finding that balance on the front leg, just touching your big toe, lifting everything at the same time, 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. Okay, so this is our last exercise in standing. We're doing a sumo squat, which means legs as wide as you can, turn your feet out to at least 45 degrees or more. Keep your weights in the middle of your body. From here, big deep squat. Make sure that your knees are traveling in the same direction as your feet, okay? So keeping your knees super wide. You don't want to do this. Keep those knees wide. Weights in the middle, lowering down, and then pushing back up. Make sure you push through your heels. Do this for 30 seconds, okay? Ready, set, go. Transition down onto the floor. You'll just need one weight for this one. It's a little bit tricky, but it definitely is a glute burner. So we're going into 4-point. The movement that you're doing is a donkey kick, okay? So heel goes up towards the ceiling. But to make it a little bit more difficult, we're taking the weight and squeezing it behind your knee. So it might take a little fiddling to balance it there, but then you're actually going to squeeze it between your calf and your thigh. That also helps to activate your hamstring, okay? So from here, we're thinking about lifting your heel towards the ceiling, but keep that weight in between, in the back of your knee. And then make sure also that you're staying really strong through your hands, not collapsing down through your shoulders, okay? Do this for 30 seconds on one side. You might have to fiddle with the weight a little bit. That's okay. And then we're switching to the other side for 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. Sides, shift the weight behind your other knee, find your 4-point position again, 30 seconds on this side. Ready, set, go. We're transitioning down to the floor for glute bridges. This time, bring your weights to the sides of you, just so that they're close by. Lie down onto your back. And then take your weights and place them on the front of your hips. Bend your knees so that your feet are flat on the floor, and we're doing a glute bridge. So push through your heels. Think about lifting your pelvis off of the floor first, and then pushing the weights up towards the ceiling, and then lowering down just enough to tap your bum on the floor, and then lift back up. So don't fully rest. The thing to remember here, lots of people sometimes they say, oh, I feel it in my lower back. How come I don't feel it in my legs? Sometimes just check to see if you lead with your belly button and you start in an arch, that's totally engaging your erector spinae and your lower back first and not so much your glutes. So you really want to make sure to peel your pelvis off of the floor first, push your pelvis up to the ceiling, and try and keep your core nice and flat. And that might help to alleviate some of that activation in your lower back, okay? So we're doing this for 30 seconds. Your hands are basically just stabilizing the weights right at your hips. Ready, set, go. This is the last exercise before we get into our cool down section. And so we're doing something called frog pumps. So you stay lying on your back and bring your soles of your feet together. Keep your feet close to your body because the movement is to push through your feet and lift your bum. So similar to the glute bridge as last time, except your knees stay open. This activates a slightly different set of muscles in your glutes. It also activates your hip rotators. So if this is your first time doing it and you find it difficult, don't use the weights. If you want a challenge, you can place one weight on your hip and do the frog pump. Same thing, leading with your pelvis, not with your belly button. If you want a challenge, then you can use both weights like before. And we're doing this for 30 seconds. Okay, ready, set, go. Okay, we're all finished the difficult part of the workout and we're going to stretch our glutes using the pigeon stretch. So start in a high plank position, bring one foot up towards your wrist and the knee towards your other wrist. From here, start to crawl your back leg away from you. You can stay in this position as long as you keep your body nice and supported, so we don't want to collapse through our lower back. Stay supported, or you can lower down onto your elbows. Stay here for 30 seconds and then we're switching sides for 30 seconds. Breathe nice and deep, ready, set, go. Up onto your hands, tuck your back toe under, push into a high plank, switch sides, making sure that that foot comes up as high as you can. 30 seconds here, ready, set, go. We hope you find this information helpful. For more how-to videos and scoliosis-friendly workouts, check us out on TSC Connect. See you next time.